Assassin's Creed Shadows is finally here, and the big question is, who is this game really for? This game is primarily designed for fans of the Assassin's Creed series who love open world exploration, stealth gameplay, and historical settings. But beyond that, Assassin's Creed Shadows introduces some bold new ideas such as dual character playstyles, making it appealing to those looking for mechanical innovation and those who are fond of the older mechanics. If you're fascinated by feudal Japan and its rich culture, this game is a must play. But the true question that Assassin's Creed fans want answered is, does this game truly deliver? And how does Yasuke's inclusion shape the experience? Let's break it down. Spoiler free, of course. Before we get started, if you're not already subscribed to me, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then ring the bell to receive notifications so that way you know every time I happen to upload a brand new video. So let's go ahead and get into the first part that I want to discuss. The gameplay. Gameplay-wise, Assassin's Creed Shadows offers two separate, distinct gameplay styles through its dual protagonists. One being Naoe, the shinobi assassin, and the other being Yasuke, the powerful samurai. And their approaches to combat and movement are vastly different. Naoe embodies the classic Assassin's Creed experience with a strong emphasis on stealth, mobility, and precision for the most part. She excels in parkour, moving quickly across rooftops and through tight urban environments. Stealth-based assassinations are her strength though, using tools like smoke bombs, kunai, and the hidden blade obviously to eliminate enemies without being seen, while she uses the katana, kasarigami, and the tanto while in direct combat. She is more fragile in direct combat, requiring players to think tactically and use evasive maneuvers rather than brute force. And with the new light and shadow stealth system plays a crucial role in her gameplay, allowing her to vanish into darkness or use the environment to avoid detection. Yasuke, on the other hand, takes a completely different approach. Yasuke relies on strength, armor, and sheer combat dominance, at least when I'm not failing at properly using him. Unlike Naoe, Yasuke doesn't really rely on stealth, but he can break through defenses, break through literal walls and doors, take on multiple enemies at once, and use heavy weapons to devastating effect. Plus, he has brutal execution moves, turning battles into cinematic displays of raw power. With his combat style involving blocking, parrying, and counterattacking, it makes him feel more like a warrior on the battlefield than a hidden assassin. Yasuke's presence allows for a more aggressive playstyle, offering an alternative for those who prefer direct confrontations over stealth. And I personally feel like Yasuke is more or less for the newer Assassin's Creed fans that have been playing the games since the arrival of the RPG system, with Origins continuing into Odyssey and Valhalla. One returning feature that fans will appreciate is the parkour down system, though it's been slightly simplified. I feel like this is only because Naoe is a shinobi, so she needs to be agile enough to get around most areas. Whether this will be a main staple in the series going forward is yet to be seen. Base building also makes a comeback in this game, allowing you to develop your hideout, though this seems to cause minor frame rate dips when you enter the area. At times, I would notice when either I'm entering or leaving the area that I would seemingly no longer be in performance mode. Since I'm playing on the Xbox Series X, I wasn't able to get a read on my actual frame rate, but I could simply tell that there was a big difference, almost as if I went from 60 frames per second when outside the area all the way down to 30 frames per second once I was in the hideout area. Although this isn't a game breaker for me, I completely understand if this may be a game breaker for fans. Ubisoft also seemingly borrows from Ghost of Tsushima with random world events such as saving civilians or engaging in unique activities like Sume, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But this is essentially when you sneak up on animals and you paint them. Again, these are small gameplay moments that are giving you more of a feel for an actual realistic feudal Japan game, at least as realistic as you can get. However, a few unfortunate things that I found in my journey is that mission markers can be unclear when searching for targets. You get general directions as to where your target is located, which is nice for when you want to fully immerse yourself into the assassin's role. For those that find this frustrating, you can use scouts to find the target as long as you have enough of them at the moment. Lastly, and this is just a nitpick of mine, climbing viewpoints and synchronizing now happens automatically, removing a classic player interaction. Again, not something totally game breaking, but for purists in the Assassin's Creed fandom, it will be a bit of a bummer. Okay, so now let's get into the actual game structure. The world of Assassin's Creed Shadows is massive and breathtaking, but Ubisoft takes a different approach to progression with the knowledge rank system. Instead of gaining skills through experience points alone, you must explore, complete bases, and find relics to unlock upgrades. While this encourages engagement with the world, it also forces exploration, which might frustrate those who just want to focus on the main story, like me. And that's not me saying that I don't like to do side quests and explore the world. I love doing that. But for the purposes of getting this video out on time, I didn't necessarily have the time to do that. Another downside, and this is definitely a sad one, is that the game still has its fair share of bugs and glitches, from modified T-poses during assassinations to parkour issues that have plagued the series for years. For these to still be plaguing the series, especially with the parkour glitches, this is definitely troubling. It's as if Ubisoft never got around to caring to actually fix this issue, or they just simply can't figure out how. Besides the parkour glitches, the other bugs are kind of understandable to an extent with how video games are being developed in today's world, though this shouldn't be an excuse. Yes, no game will ever be perfect, but developers and publishers should strive to make a product that fans can't pick apart due to technical issues. Let the fans' criticisms be about the gameplay and not the game structure. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Yasuke's role in Assassin's Creed Shadows, and why his inclusion is significant. For one, let's get the obvious facts out of the way. Yasuke is an actual historical figure, a real African samurai who served under Oda Nobunaga. His presence in the game not only adds diversity, but also highlights historical narratives that are often overlooked in gaming. Sadly, a certain subsect of the gaming community has been hating on Yasuke ever since the game was announced, saying things like, he's not even a real samurai, he's just a retainer, to making up narratives about actual Japanese fans who are mad about Yasuke's inclusion into the game. Obviously, none of the things that these ignorant people are saying or continue to say are true at all. These statements simply stem from an overarching issue of racism within the gaming community that has existed for years. These people say things not realizing that Yasuke is a highly revered individual within Japanese culture and the world thereover, from multiple tales, books, and animes that have been made about him. Truthfully, there should be no issue with adding a samurai into a game that has samurai in it, but because he's black, obviously people are going to have an issue with that, and that's sad. That being said, his inclusion helps expand representation in gaming. It's clear Ubisoft is making a statement by featuring Yasuke's journey, and this could inspire other developers to explore underrepresented historical figures. It's a step toward inclusivity, pushing the boundaries of storytelling in mainstream gaming, which is much appreciated. So this is the big question that needs to be answered, right? Does Assassin's Creed Shadows feel like a true Assassin's Creed game? Yes and no. I hate to say it like that. The stealth mechanics, assassinations, and historical settings stay true to the series' roots. However, RPG-heavy elements like forced exploration for progression and Yasuke being split for the feel of the newer Assassin's Creed games with heavy combat might not sit well with purists. Still, it should be mentioned that the game's attention to cultural detail and mechanical refinements are definitely something to talk about. It offers a unique blend of historical storytelling and modern gameplay, making it a worthy, albeit involved, entry into the series. So, for a first impression of Assassin's Creed Shadows, it is a bold and ambitious title that delivers a stunning world, deep stealth mechanics, and engaging storytelling. However, it also introduces questionable progression mechanics and suffers from some classic Assassin's Creed bugs. Ultimately, if you're a fan of the series or you're interested in feudal Japan, this game is absolutely worth checking out. However, if you were hoping for a more traditional Assassin's Creed game instead of a balanced dual character experience, you might need to adjust your expectations. So what do you think? Are you excited to play Assassin's Creed Shadows? Let's talk about it down in the comment section. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and then ring the bell to receive notifications so that way you know every time I happen to upload a new video. I'll also be streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows and other games on Twitch. I usually stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come on, stop by and chill and talk with the community, and let's discuss Assassin's Creed together. That's at twitch.tv/nerdstorm92. And if you would like to follow me on social media, I literally have almost every single social media. That's Bluesky, Twitter, Facebook, sadly, Instagram, TikTok. I literally have just about every single one. And the links for them are in the description. You can find me at nerdstorm92 on all social media platforms. With that being said, I think I'm about to head back to feudal Japan and get to slicing and dicing. So I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.